and welcome to this week's episode of Out and About in the UK. Coming up a little bit later in the show, we'll be at the Clayton Crown Hotel in Cricklewood for this year's London Rose selection. But first, I've come along here to Sunbury-on-Thames for the launch of a brand new GAA club. Gael Londain, Liam Kearney told us how it all got started.
We're here in the home of London Irish, which is traditionally a rugby club. The rugby season finishes in April. We had been thinking about it for a few years. What do we do when April finishes? So naturally, most of us being Irish, we thought about GAA when the season starts. So we did it very quickly, actually. We went to affiliate the club in January. We got a lot of help from Lloyd Colfer in London GAA, and he helped us. So we got an executive together of about 5 people, and we did a taster session probably about 3 weeks ago. We got 120 children, which is quite a lot, and we're here tonight for the opening night. So we think we've got about 160 children, and hopefully we have 160 adults to look after them. Yeah. So that's how it started. Yeah.
So initially, the club, as you said, it's all kids at the moment, and it's football. But I know that you're going to develop it into hurling as well. Yeah, we will at some point. But obviously, we just need to see how it goes, and then at some point, maybe while the boys are out here playing football, then the girls may be singing or playing instruments or dancing in the clubhouse. Yeah. So we just want to incorporate the whole Irish culture here if we can. Yeah. Kieran, talk to us a little bit about the skills level here with the kids. I know some of these kids have been mainly playing rugby so far.
Yeah, I think they've all been playing rugby, or not all, probably 56% of the kids here have played rugby at London Irish for minis and youths level. So I mean, they're well used to playing ball games. Some of them have been here since they're 4 or 5 years of age, and they're 12, 13, 14 now, so they've been playing for quite a while. And I guess from a Gaelic football point of view, there's probably only 5 or 10% of the kids that have played before. But having said that, a lot of the basic core skills, the movement skills, the agility, the ball handling and the kicking skills are fairly transferable. And I think what's very attractive for a lot of the kids, and I think the parents as well, is that the two sports tend to complement each other very well from the kids, particularly when they turn into young adults. With the Gaelic football pitch being a lot bigger, a lot more maybe diverse kicking, catching, spatial awareness skills in football compared to what you'd have in rugby. Particularly in rugby, where you tend to get pigeonholed into a position at a relatively young age, maybe. I mean, obviously they try and coach differently than that. Whereas in Gaelic football, if you can't catch the ball, kick the ball, find yourself into space, it's very difficult to play the game. So I think both sports will really complement each other, and that's one of the attractions, I think, for a lot of the parents and the kids as well.
Liam earlier on was telling us that in time you'd hope to develop some kids playing hurling, and you being a Kilkenny man, I'm sure that you'll be spearheading that campaign.
Yeah, I'd love to have my kids playing hurling, to be honest with you. They puck a ball around every now and then in the park or something, but that's as good as it gets at the moment. And I've played hurling since I was 5 or 6 or 7 years of age, and I'd love to do it. I think we need to start somewhere, and I think Gaelic football was the perfect place to start. I think the hurling brings a whole different level of complexity, even when it comes to the gear, the helmets, the hurleys. Probably a bit more danger as well in terms of kids getting hurt and stuff. So I think we're going to start at the football, bed in, I think, the club itself, but also bed in the community, the football. And then I'd love to play. I'd love to get the kids playing hurling, but probably maybe next year we might have a look and see.
How important is it for kids to be involved in sport?
Oh, it's hugely important. I mean, nowadays, in terms of just the general welfare of kids, one of the most important things, I think, for any family is to kind of encourage off the city, out of the house, and, GAA here, summer game, it's just another addition, certainly to our community, because we're a very strong rugby community. There's lots of other sports on offer, but the Gaelic side of things, it's brand new in this area.
And there's boys and girls playing here, and I know you were saying to me earlier on that you really want to develop the girls' football as well here.
Certainly. I mean, from a rugby point of view, I'm chair of ladies and girls down at London Irish Amateur Club, and getting younger girls into sport at a younger age, obviously, is key to retaining them in the sport throughout their secondary school life as well. For us here, as you can see from behind me, we probably have not quite equal amounts of girls and boys, but certainly quite a number of girls here tonight, and that's something that we're certainly looking to retain and build on over the coming seasons and many, many years to come.
Paul, tell us about how London Irish Rugby Club got involved.
Well, it was a real simple thing for us. The board, the executive board for Gael Londain, are all related intrinsically to London Irish. I've been in the country 26 years, Mary 19, Kieran about 15, Liam's been here forever, and we're all kind of coaching and part of the club. So it was a real simple and easy transition over to kind of get other people involved in this. London Irish have been very gracious around everything that we've asked them. Although they're not linked, we feel that we're kind of spiritually linked to London Irish in a way that says Mick Crossan and the board of Hazelwood have been really gracious about the facilities here, and they've been really helpful in every single way about getting their club off the ground, and that's really important to the people in the community, and not just the Irish community either. You'll see around you today, and you'll have had shots of people who don't have an Irish accent, which is amazing as far as I'm concerned. And I couldn't thank the guys enough for helping us with this, and I know it's going to continue, which is even better. The guys have been just amazing, and long may it continue.
And the kids behind us seem to be having a great time in the training session. Fun and fitness, it's very important.
Well, one of the things that we talked about as a group of people when we put the club together wasn't just about the fact that it was going to be great Irish heritage, great game to play. It was going to be something for the kids of our community to do, which will include tons of fun, loads of fun, loads of fitness, and the social aspect of our club we can't underestimate either, because we want the parents to get together too. They're going to make new friends, the kids are going to make new friends, and that's going to be down to the guys at Gael Londain.
Tell us about how the name Gael Londain came about. Why did you choose that name?
Well, Gael Londain came about in one of the meetings. We had a million meetings, of course. You have to have meetings at this, and we were struggling with the name. We wanted something that was linked to London, for sure. Because although we're all Irish in the exec committee, we've all made our homes in this part of the world, and it's a great part of town. And we wanted to make sure that the link was there to not just London, but also that the kids will be familiar that they play for a Gael Londain and they play rugby for London Irish, for those who do. And really it was about making sure that we kept that link going with the good town of London.
Tony, it's great to see another youths GA club starting here in London.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Walking in here this evening, it was like entering into the ABC. There was so many kids. I'm amazed. Clubs generally start off 10 or 12, I would say. We've in the region of 140 kids here tonight. It's fantastic what the people have done behind the scenes to get this up and going.
And even more special by the fact that there's not too many GA clubs in this side of town.
There's a massive opportunity here. Big area. A lot of people are now moving out to this area. I'm here tonight and I see Cavan jerseys, Kerry jerseys, Cork jerseys. There's a massive opportunity here for Gael Londain to grasp here and pick up even more players than what they have already.
The London youths GA scene is very strong here right now.
Yeah, just up and going now. In April we got our fixtures underway. A lot of games happening again the weekend. Under 12s tomorrow. We've got a minor league up and going for the first time in 3 years, so that's very good. Under 14s have started. Yeah, it's going to be busy until the summer holidays. Obviously we've exams coming now, so there's a bit of a lull for the older kids, but everything will be all the way now till July when the ABC, and a bit of a break then for the summer holidays.
Declan, the GA scene here in London really is growing at a phenomenal rate.
Yeah, the evidence is here clearly to see tonight. A great initiative by London Irish Rugby Club to have all these youngsters out playing Gaelic football in the summer months. It's a great honour to be here tonight, and it's wonderful to see so many young kids out here enjoying themselves.
London GA right now, there's a huge amount of people involved, and it's growing all the time.
Yeah. Well, we're always looking for clubs, particularly at youth level, to try and promote and get young people playing, and this is great to see this tonight, and hopefully a lot of the young people who take up the game of Gaelic football will carry on to play for the years to come, and it's important for the future of London GA.
Michael, there's been many links over the years between London Irish Rugby Club and London GA. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, London Irish are the representative rugby team of the Irish abroad, and the GAA obviously in the Britain are the representatives of Gaelic football over here, and many players who played rugby for London Irish have also tried in every shape, manner or form to play also for the various teams in the London County Championship over the years.
And also Mick Crossan, he was heavily involved with London Irish Rugby. He's a former Gaelic footballer as well.
Well, Mick Crossan's a bit of a legend because he actually played for the London County team, famously in Wembley Stadium. And when he took over the ownership with others in the consortium of London Irish, one of his main aims was to create a cross-sporting community support ethos between the GAA and London Irish, which has worked out magnificently, and this evening is the fulcrum of that effort.
And the second and third generation kids here playing Gaelic football here today, it just shows you how great a game it actually is.
Well, you know, it's I've now been here for a number of years, and I've seen how important Gaelic football is to the Irish community. I've seen it elsewhere in the world as well, by the way. Wherever I've been aware of the importance of Gaelic football to Irish people. So wherever we go in the world, we carry our traditions with us. And that's one of the great strengths of Ireland, that even though our country has changed dramatically in the last 30, 40 years, nothing has changed in terms of our devotion to our own traditions and our own identity. And that identity is expressed very strongly through Gaelic games, through Irish traditional music and through the Irish language. And all of those things thrive here in London at the moment.
Mark, a development like this is great for the area.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Since London Irish came to Hazelwood, it's been great for the community. They've certainly engaged with the community an awful lot. It is really good to have such a fantastic club actually here as well in spell form.
If there's anyone watching tonight that wants to get involved, is there a website?
Yeah, so we've got www.gaellondon, so we've got a website. It's all very electronic, so it's all very easy to join, and if you're not very electronic, just come down and visit us. We're down in Hazelwood in Sunbury. Just Google the main London Irish rugby website, and that's where we're based, and we're here every Friday night from 7, and we'd be delighted to welcome as many people as possible.
And what a lovely evening we've had here, and it really is great to see Gaelic games thriving here in London. We're going to take a break right now, but do come back to us for the second half of the show. You're very welcome back to the show. Next we're off to the Clayton Crown in Cricklewood, which sees 15 girls compete for this year's London Rose of Tralee.
So Noel, you're the chairman of the London Rose of Tralee. I'd say a lot of planning has gone into tonight, has it?
Oh yes, it's we started, you could say, last November, and the girls, the entrance, the girls started coming in about December, January and February, and then we organised it from there.
Okay, very good. So it's a long few weeks in planning then?
Oh yeah, it takes a long time. I mean, but when Master Michelle has been doing it for nearly 15 years, and when you've been doing it for that long, it gets very easy in the finish. Yes. Yeah, and we've got great support as well from Sinead O'Sullivan, and we get fantastic support as well from Aisling Hillary, which was the London Rose for 2015. She was absolutely fantastic to us, so everybody together, it was very easy in the finish.
So can you tell us a little bit about the run through for tonight?
Well, first of all, we started with the girls being escorted in with their escorts. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they choose their dad, their boyfriend, or even their sponsor. And then we've just sat down to dinner, and after dinner the girls will go one by one. They'll have a 5-minute interview with Brendan, and then they'll do a little party piece. And then the judges will go for deliberation, and probably 2 o'clock in the morning is when we'll find out who the London Rose is. So it's a very long night.
So Aisling, you're last year's winner. How does it feel tonight? Are you feeling a bit upset, maybe handing the crown over?
All I feel at the moment is pure joy and excitement, both for the year that I've had and the experiences I've encountered, and for the girl that will be selected tonight as the 2016 Rose for London. I can't wait to mentor her and watch her journey, and give her the tips and advice that I've got from my year, but also see how she embraces it herself. So it's always bittersweet because it's such an amazing thing to be a part of. But I think a year is a good term, and I'll be very, very happy to hand the sash over to one of the deserving girls that we have tonight. Yeah.
So you'll actually mentor the girl that wins tonight, and you'll keep in contact with her throughout the year?
Oh, absolutely. I fully intend on doing that. I think it's nice to hear from previous Roses of their experiences, and also just to kind of keep the encouragement and the excitement going. We all of us here in London, the 2016 finalists as well, included, are planning to go to Tralee to support the girls. So it should be a really nice event to attend as a previous Rose, and as well as a friend of the current 2016 Rose that's selected.
So Zwina, you're one of the contestants tonight. How are you getting on so far?
I am indeed. I'm enjoying it. There's lots of great atmosphere in there. There's 15 girls and we're all trying to be the London Rose of Tralee.
What made you enter London Rose of Tralee?
It's something that I've always watched as a young girl growing up, and actually I know Aisling's sister, the 2015 London Rose. I know her sister through football, and I think seeing someone that I actually know competing in it and winning the London Rose was just something I was like, it's something that's possible, and it's such an amazing event that I just said I'd love to try and go for it.
I don't need fame. No one to know my name. At the end of the day, Lord, I pray I have a life that's good.
I heard you've done some sightseeing, a little bit of touring around London while you've entered the competition. How's that going?
Really good. Again, as I said, it's such a good experience, and we've visited some Irish pubs that hosted us, put up loads of food. Some of the girls got to go and see the big match in Ruislip, but I couldn't make that, unfortunately. And then we had a big day at boot camp in the city as well. And that was fun. That was something different.
Yeah. I'm singing Shimmy Through the Fair.
Oh, wow, that's a beautiful song.
Yeah, my mum told me to learn it. Like, she was convinced that it would sound good with my voice, and then it's just every time I go anywhere it's like, sing the song, so I have to.
It's your party piece now.
And my father won't slight you, for you're like a kind, and he stepped away from me, and this he did say, it will not be longer till our wedding day.
Can you tell me a little bit about your Irish heritage?
Yes, my family are all from Wexford. At the moment they're living in Rosslare, but originally in a little town just outside New Ross. And yeah, they're all there tonight. Sadly, they couldn't all come over, but yeah, that's where I'm from.
What made you come over here?
I did an undergrad in Trinity, and then I did my postgrad in George's Medical School in Tooting, Broadway. So I said when I finished that I'd go home, but sure, the longer you stay in London, the more you like it, you know. So I'm working out in Kingston Hospital at the moment, so in Kingston upon the Thames, so it's good. Nice, busy hospital, it's brilliant.
So how long are you over in London?
I've been here nearly 5 years. I know it's gone so quick. I came over to study nursing.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I got a job afterwards, and I've been really enjoying it, so I've stayed since.
Where the rivers run free and the bracken is gold in the sun, and the cares of tomorrow must wait till this day is done.
I started off my career here in London working as a paramedic for the London Ambulance Service. I now work for other ambulance services throughout England, and it's just to celebrate the Irish that are here. During our little London tour, we went to tea dances and we served tea to all the Irish people who were here, especially in the London Irish Centre, and it was just so amazing meeting them all, dancing with them and hearing their stories from when they moved over here. And it was really enjoyable to see how rich the Irish heritage is here, and I would love to be an ambassador for that.
Oh, it's so exciting. The journey has been amazing. The past 2 weeks, you know, the effort that Sinead and Ashton have put into it has been fantastic. I've made memories and such good friends with the girls. It's been an amazing experience.
And I hear you all have a little WhatsApp group.
Yeah, we're loving life in that WhatsApp group. So like everything from when you're not wearing any makeup, it's like, it's okay, I look like this in the morning too. So it's really good. So we just let loose on the WhatsApp group and then keep everything PG on Facebook. We're good. We're so well behaved.
Yeah. And did you do the run last night with the girls?
We did. So we were up at 4 this morning, and it was 5 kilometres, but it was such a lovely idea. It was kind of, you walk from the darkness into the light, and it was just a sign of hope, and it was just absolutely lovely. It was really nice, and I did it with my mum, and it was, yeah.
The last 2 weeks in the Rose Tour has been absolutely fantastic. We've just had an absolute ball, me and all the girls. And tonight we're all a bit nervous when we were being interviewed and everything, but yeah, the night's just starting now, so it's great fun.
All the hard stuff's over now, so only have the on-stage interview and the party piece to go. So we've done our group interview and our individual interview, and now we can relax with our family. And yeah, it's nice to see that we have like support and everyone's supporting everyone else. It's just so lovely.
So I swore I'd get married in Ireland, in a wedding like Lord of the Rings. In Ireland they know how to love you. You can smile in the misty Irish breeze. And if your Irish boy tires of you, you're allowed to kick him in the knee.
Can you tell me a little bit about your brooch here?
Yeah, so my brooch, my granny actually had this brooch when she was about my age, and she was from Mallow in County Cork, and she passed away about 2 years ago, and my mum actually found the brooch during the week to bring over for me, so then I like to have it on my sash tonight, just to have a bit of her here with me.
Oh, yeah. That's lovely. It's a lucky charm and it matches your dress as well.
Yeah, so it's always nice to have a little bit of home as well with you when you're away, so it's good.
And do you have family here supporting you?
I do. I have a lot of family here, so over from Ireland, and my cousin's here from Boston, so yeah, there's quite a lot of us here tonight.
The London Rose 2016 to be announced by Mr. Noel O'Sullivan. The winner is Emma Murphy O'Connell.
Emma had a lot going for her. I mean, she's a London girl for a start, and she's doing the London Rose. So it was one of the, that wouldn't have been taken into account totally, but the way she displayed herself and the way she articulated what she wanted to say to us, and the ability she had to pour out everything that was there. We didn't have to drag anything out of her, and it was a very good performance. And we were with them since 2 o'clock. And we had a big session downstairs when we invited them to comment on the European referendum. And it was amazing how many of them came in with some very solid pieces on that. It was very interesting to hear the quality of the responses. We were extremely excited about it. It was very good.
So how does it feel to be the winner of the London Rose of Tralee?
I'm absolutely thrilled. I have ginormous shoes to fill from the gorgeous Aisling Hillary, but I'm so excited, so excited.
So tell me, what does representing London in the Rose of Tralee mean to you?
I think it means representing this a gorgeous bunch of intelligent Irish women spread across the world and really showing what the Irish heritage is all about.
Well, a great night we had there at this year's London Rose of Tralee. If you'd like to contact the show, send an email to ian@irishtv.ie, and you can also find us on Facebook and on Twitter. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have right now, but do come back to us next week when we'll be out and about in the UK.